So today we shall be discussing about what is web scraping, the applications of web scraping, and how with the help of web scraping you can really earn money. So let's start with what is web scraping. Now this simply means that you want to extract certain information from internet and use it to produce certain outcomes or to earn money or to generate leads. So extraction of information from internet is called web scraping. Now coming on to the applications of web scraping. Now there are various applications. The first one is business decisions. Now you can make crucial decisions with the help of the data that you have. Now data is power in today's century. What happens is that when you got the data, here the example is I've taken is for the stock prices. Now, when you're analyzing the trends in the stock market, you will understand where to make investment, whether the market is bullish or bearish, whether you want to buy some shares or you want to sell your shares. So this is what the important decisions about investment you can make with the help of the data. If you have that data, you can make that business decisions. Now, the second one is somewhere I'll come to lead generation, wherein you can also make money with this lead generation if you know how to use it. Now, if you are suppose extracting information from yellow pages and you are creating leads with the help of these information and you sell this data, you sell these contacts or these information to companies and you save their time, you save their effort and energy just by providing leads, and this leads means sales and sales means revenue to the company. So indirectly you are adding revenue to that company. So lead generation is a way wherein you can really make money from data extraction, or I would say scraping, right? Okay, the third one is product analysis. Now, product analysis simply means that I scrape the information of the products and I derive useful or crucial insights from that. How much sales it has made, what are the revenue, what are the reviews, the ratings, whether customer is liking my product or not, and how can I make it better, or whether to drop it altogether. So I can do a very good product analysis. I can come up with a brand new product, or I can come up with a renovative product. So these are all the crucial insights whether my product is accepted or rejected by the public. Another important application is competitor analysis. Of course, I can do it with various e-commerce sites. Which site is performing better and how can I improve upon it, right? Another is app development. Now, app development is important because you can really understand how this app system works. You can get information about weather, you can get information about the stores, the locations. You can get information about various historical sites nearby, where to dine in, where to have, where are they parking, are there restrooms. So you can just provide it in a consolidated form in an app. And this information can be derived through web scraping. So that's how you can make money through by developing app and launching it. Okay. Now I come to the next one, and that is another thing which I want to tell you about is that how to scrape actually. Now, what happens is that when you're scraping the data, your IP address or you might get blocked, right? So if you're getting blocked, that means you are out of the internet and you're not able to access any of the websites. You have been blacklisted. So this is the biggest fear that we have when we scrape any website. It is illegal. It is it will block you from further accessing any of the websites. So what happens is that to avoid all these dangers, we use services called scrapers. Now these scrapers provide you services to scrape any of the websites or the blogs you're trying to retrieve data from. So scrapers, they are services and they help you to scrape or extract data from any website or web page. Now what do they do? How do they operate? They use proxies. Now they are what are they doing? They are rotating these IP address through thousands of random of servers they have, so that your IP address is not being shown, right? And if it is being hidden, that means the server will not know from where the request is coming because it has been rotated through several IPs. Now this is how the scraper works. There are several ways in which you can do it. There are API but you have to pay for API data. But in scrapers, you don't have to until and unless you buy their package. Now I'll come to one of the important scraper API, and that is Scraper API, which is also a service, and it helps you to build scalable, I would say, web scrapers wherein you can extract information from any of the websites. Now, what does this scraper API has? What competitive advantages it has over other APIs is that I will walk you through this website so that we can understand it better. So I'll take you through this website of Scraper API. Now this is their website, Scraper API, and the uniqueness is that they handle your proxy, browsers, and captchas so that you can get the HTML code from any of the web page with a simple API call. Now what is this API call? I'm going to explain you just in a second. Let me show you some advantages of that. And I have also used it. This shows that you never get blocked. And I tried scraping from one of my websites, and previously I was not able to access it, but with Web Scraper API, when using this API, I could really fetch the data from that. The second is that it is customizable because I can use IP geolocations, I can use the headers, request types, and I can make my data customizable, right? And this is really fast. Even though it is rotating the IP, but it is really fast and reliable, guys. I can tell you that. Okay. So now this is when you make your account into that, which is very simple. Just log in with your email and a password, and an API key would be generated. And this is the dashboard, which it looks like this. And this is the API. This is my API key, which I use it for my extraction of information or the data. Now, when you go to the documentation of Scraper API, you will find some certain useful tips here that this can be worked with Node.js, Python, Ruby, and PHP. So there are sample code in which you really go and extract these details. I have done it with Python or Scrappy. Now, if you want me to do this with and show you how do you use it with Python, do let me know in the comment section. And also, you can use Instagram or LinkedIn to message me privately. Then I can come up with a video showing you about how does this really Scraper API works really well, and how can we use it in our Python notebooks, Jupyter notebooks. And I will walk you through how to really extract many website, web pages, information, and get that HTML code in your Jupyter notebook, right? In the previous videos, I have explained about web scraping with Beautiful Soup. So if you not watched that, watch that too. And I will provide the link in the description box. Also, if you are trying to buy this Scraper API, then just use the code as Priyanka10, which will give you 10% off on this web scraper. And I have also written a blog on this wherein you can just go ahead and skim, and here also the code has been provided. And once you use this code, you will get a 10% off. And you've got 1000 API calls free. First of all, use this, see its utility. It is really nice. And when you've got these requests per month, 1000 requests per month, you can just use it, scrape data, make money with that data. And it's really good, guys, really. So just give it a shot, give it a try, and let me know whether you want another API, Scraper API, documentation, I would say practical exercise as to really work with Python. So that's it for this video. Just look at this web page. I have provided all the links in the description box for your reference. And do like, subscribe, and keep sharing. Thanks for watching.